So Sony's been in a difficult situation of late, but they hope that two of its latest smartphones will help move the company forward. Now at Mobile World Congress 2017, Sony introduced a slew of new devices. So in extending its XZ line, we now have the Xperia XZ Premium and the XZS.
Obvious difference between the two right from the get-go is their size. In a way, most people would assume that the XZS is the mini smartphone due to its smaller figure. It features a 5.2-inch 1080p triluminous display, whereas the XZ Premium garners attention thanks to its 5.5-inch 4K HDR display. They both employ the same familiar design language that Sony's been known for. However, the shiny mirror-esque finish of the XZ Premium is just a magnet for fingerprints and smudges. That's not much of an issue with the XZS, just because it has a matte finish. Another reason why we point out that the XZS is the mini smartphone is that because it features a Snapdragon 820 chip with 4GB of RAM and also has a smaller footprint. In contrast though, the XZ Premium leverages Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 835 chip with 4GB of RAM and also has a better water resistance with its construction. And speaking of its 4K HDR screen, it's still a rarity in the space, which adjusts things like the contrast, color, and clarity to match whatever you're doing on the phone. And it looks pretty nice. Sony paid extra attention to the cameras on these phones, which is wonderful. They both have been slapped with 19-megapixel XMOR RS sensors with triple image sensing technology. You have 5-axis stabilization and ridiculously slow 960 frames per second slow motion at HD, not full HD. Beyond the camera, Sony has highlighted the phone's smart battery optimizations, which will do things like preventing them from continuously charging when they're left plugged in overnight. So depending on what you're doing, power usage will also be adjusted accordingly. And speaking of power, the XZ Premium is one of the first to leverage the Snapdragon 835 processor. Right now, we have definitive pricing and a release date for the Xperia XZS. It's arrived on April 5th with a price of $700. Now that's a lot of money when you think about it. Knowing that though, it begs the question of where we'll see the XZ Premium. So it shouldn't be a shocker to see the XZ Premium north of $700, and that's at the very least. But we'll see how it all plays out once it's revealed later in the spring. And these are your new premium flagship phones from Sony. So if you guys want to learn more about them, you can check out our website, androidauthority.com. This is John V, signing off.